you with an indoor pool. And yes, this is the pool. Let's get started. This is almost 19 minutes long to tour this house. So we've got a little bit of house watching, and then I will discuss it with you afterwards. Here we go. They have cut a tree down up front and have not removed the logs yet. But this is a pretty large house, and it's kind of nestled in the woods, which I really like. So there is a driveway that goes all around the house. This side is stucco, but it's called ephes, and the front was stone. There is a large outbuilding there. This is the back of the house. What we're looking at there is the pool. So that is, I think the pool was added on later, and that is why it looks different. But when they added it on, I think they redid all the back of the house here. I'm going to let you hear the koi pond. There are lots of fish in there. I'll try to get close so you can see. Yeah, it's pretty. Now we are continuing to walk around the house. As you see, the driveway goes all the way around the house. That is the outbuilding, and there's just kind of a look out the back. This side of the house is wood, as is most of the trim up front where there is not stone. So you have the secondary garage, and then you also have this garage, which is a 2.5 car. And as you walk up, this is the same aggregate concrete that I have in my house with the treated lumber in between it. However, I do not have this problem, which is settling. One of those paver pads has lifted real bad. It's a safety hazard, and the rest of it is not that straight either. This again is just a look at the front. These trees are gigantic, and that's look out. It's a relatively busy street, so you do have some road noise out here. This is kind of like it feels like Asian to me up front there. And then you have I was just checking the windows out. Those are metal. And you have another aggregate concrete pad here right before you walk into the front door. This front door has side lights on it, which are the rectangular windows. Those are called side lights. This is hardwood floor in this section, and that entryway is slate, and this door is solid oak. Many doors are hollow in homes. This is a step down into what they have vinyl plank in here, and you can see the step. So it's just a step down, and this is kind of a dining area. As you can see, the step up and back into the kitchen, and a pretty large island. It is granite, not quartz. That steps down into the 2-car garage. I didn't go down there for some reason, I don't know, but it's just a 2-car. And then this is the pantry. Pretty large pantry. That is a door to the, it has its own patio. And you saw that as I walked around this side of the house. It has its own patio for the kitchen. This has, looks to be a much newer, large stove. Yeah. nobody's living there, but that one cabinet I opened sure had stuff in it. This is going down a hallway, and we step into the master bedroom. I believe this home is staged. It might not be. This also that's the patio for the kitchen, but this room has access to it as well. This is one closet. This is the master bedroom, and it has these two closets on the outside. However, there's another closet in here. And so this, as you can see, is a mirrored wall. And there is a bidet and a toilet in the same water closet, which is interesting. Haven't seen that in a while. Then you have the double sink vanity, but it just has a tiled countertop. You've got a standalone shower as well as a tub, and that is like a jacuzzi tub, and it's a multi-person jacuzzi tub. It has a large skylight above it, and then the large window there. And as you can see, this whole wall is mirrored. Not really a fan of that, but I'm trying to figure this out because I can tell that opens, but I'm like, and check this surprise out, a urinal. I've seen urinals, but never like in some like hidden, like it's like a secret room. It's kind of strange. This is the actual walk-in closet. So you actually have 3 closets in this master bedroom. But yeah, it's just this is kind of strange, but I'm just kind of pointing out that mirror goes all the way around. It's very different. I think it was just there was an era there where mirrored walls were special. I do like this, what's called inlay, where you kind of put a pattern in the wood floor. I like that. This is just a bedroom. I call these boxes if they're just plain. That does have access to this hall bath, so that could be like a guest suite, but that doubles as the hall bath, and it does have pocket doors. This is the laundry room. Just basic there. And this is another bedroom with a closet, but it's set up as like a home office. It's staged like a home office back into the living area. And then we go into this. I suppose they used this as like an entertainment room, but this is like a mirrored ceiling. Again, this is like 80s or 90s, which was that mirrored theme is just, it looks like something you would find in a mall or an airport, and I am just not a fan at all. This looks down into the so basically this room is built over the pool, and I think it was just a way to utilize the square footage, but it's like an entertainment room. I mean, it's like you would have like a party in there or something. I don't know. It's a little bit strange. And this is the basement, which is where the pool is. We'll go to the left first, and there is a half bath as soon as you come down here. And then there's a hall, and then you come into like another big open like family area. If you go to the right, you've got a very large bath. It's a huge shower, and this little like pot tub. It's like it's kind of funny looking. It reminds me of like a cold plunge, but it's not. It's a tub. Back out into this family area, and then you go into this like dining area, which is also the kitchen. I don't like the 2 floors at all. It's just, especially these 2, they just don't match very well. Large pantry for this kitchen as well. And then yeah, back out to this floor. It just, I don't know. I just don't like it. That floor is delaminated. I was trying to get to the angle where you could see it. It's like a cheap. It was a laminate, and it's delaminate now. This is another bedroom, and it's got a large walk-in closet and a drop ceiling, which is, I'm not a fan of drop ceilings either. Then this is just the furnace room. Yeah, nothing. I don't really go into that on this video here. And then back out to this family area, but there is the walkout. You can walk right out. So this basement is actually in the back of the house. It's just ground level. I like that, like acoustic style cover ceiling. It's actually it's not acoustic. It's just like a grate cover that's hiding all the mechanicals and structure underneath it. And then this is another laundry room. This is a large laundry area. And then here we go to the pool. And this thing is like, I mean, it's like Olympic style as far as how it looks. It's not as long as an Olympic pool, but they have designed this to look like, I think it's definitely swimming lanes. There's that room above the pool. And then, yeah, this is, obviously you have the steps down, but it's pretty long. I didn't measure it, and it's probably in the listing, but I don't have it in front of me to tell you what it is, but it's really cool. In the listing, those neon lights are lit up, and I was trying to light up the neons, but I couldn't find a switchboard. I even go back inside and try to find them, but this is, I'll show you a picture of the neons on. There you go. And yeah, just walking around this pool. It doesn't normally like a pool. You would think the whole house smells like chlorine, but this does not. I think because it was an add-on. It's not it's probably on its own ventilation, so that it has its own HVAC, so it doesn't tie into the house, so none of the smell of the chlorine comes in. But even standing in here, there's not this strong smell of chlorine. But it's really cool. I think if you did triathlons or something, I'm trying to figure out those neons, and unfortunately I just don't that light even said accent, but I know it works because they had them on in the listing photo, so I know they work, and it looks really cool. But I couldn't figure out how to get them on, so we'll just move on here. There is a door to get out to the outside here as well, so you could go outside directly from the pool. I guess people could give swimming lessons here too. You could use this house as if you wanted to give swimming lessons to kids, or I don't know, there's probably a lot of uses you could do for that. It feels kind of commercial in that lower level. I don't know. So now we are walking out the back of the house, and they've got this little checkerboard, maybe chess, I don't know. They probably had large pieces for it, and I wasn't sure if this was going to be unlocked, but it was, so that was good. And in here we have got a large workshop. Basically, there's a car lift in there and several cars, and what do you know, they have an NSX here. Now, this is not my car. There's a California plate on that. Notice the windows are tinted. My windows are not tinted, and that has BBS wheels. It also has black interior. Mine has tan interior. But yeah, I was shocked to see an NSX, an old NSX, and they got a Miata too, but I'm not a fan of those. But yeah, the car lift is it's cool. Definitely could. I'm sure this guy played with his cars out there. Again, just kind of giving you an idea of what the land looks like. And then this, I don't know what this room was. It's like a dojo or a dance studio, or I don't know what they used it for, but there's a mirror there, so I know that maybe workout room. I mean, I don't know what they used it for, but it is. I will tell you that it's climate controlled in there. It's hot outside right now, and it's nice and cool in there. So that this, and same with the garage, the workshop. This has a walkway all the way around it, which I thought was pretty cool. So from here, they've got this area in the back because you can see the creek running through the property, and so it's kind of hard to see on the video, but there's a creek that runs through it. I think I get a better shot of it. I think because the creek is it's reflecting what's around it, so it's hard to see the water. But anyway, maybe you guys see it better than me, but I was there, so I know what it looked like. But then you have this thing. I was like, what is this? What did they use this for? This is just a shed. Now this has exhaust, but it does not have climate control. So this might have been like a meditation, I think. Somewhere to meditate. You come out here in like nature where the sound of the water running and the screens allow the fresh air through. This is like there's the air conditioner, but this is like a big metal storage box, like what would have been on the back of a box truck. They have it sitting on the deck, but I don't know, it's kind of strange. I guess they needed storage. But yeah, then walking all the way back around, and yeah, that was my elbow, sorry. So that's the side of the house. That's where the pool is. And you can see where you can walk down and get into the pool. So there's a stairway and a door for the pool. There's the koi pond with the waterfall. And that's the entrance to the basement. So we'll go back in the basement because there's one room up there I haven't even looked at yet. This has one of the door handles that you have to raise the door handle to lock it, and of course it needs two hands to do it, and I'm holding a camera, so it's not very easy to do. Okay, walking back up, and now there is the stairways going up, but we didn't see this room, so this is a slate floor and has nice windows. There's stickers on the wall. Attitude determines how well you do it. Motivate. I didn't stay there long enough to read them all. I didn't start soon enough. Buddha. So this is like a Zen room, maybe, I don't know. But this, I'll tell you, that sliding door slid very, very slick. Like, that's a high dollar, a barn door. Going back upstairs to the living area. And yeah, so we've seen it all. I think it should end here. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Yeah. So the surprises were the NSX and the urinal. There was one more. What was the other one? I don't know, but that place is very unique. But it would require a lot of work to modernize it. If people want to make these things modern, to make them worth a lot more money, house, and certainly if you're okay with that decor, you can just live with it, you know. You could have the Miami Vice room with the mirrored ceiling. But yeah, interestingly enough, like it's been, it has been interesting to see the comments of some people, like even on the like before and after of a renovation video that I do, that some people say we liked it better before, and like the last before and after when I did, it was before it was a time capsule, but some people feel like they feel a home in that era. So I think we are all different. It's just our environment really does affect our well-being. What is comfortable for one person may not be comfortable for another. So yeah, we just all have we have our own levels of comfort, but interestingly enough, there are trends that seem to please a lot of people, and I would say the majority. Right now, I would say definitely white quartz countertops are liked by more than half of consumers. There's a lot of examples like that that are just common themes that people like. But this house, I think that utilities would be expensive. I would guess the utilities alone at that house are more than $1,000 a month, meaning just electricity and heat. So the heat might be gas, but if it's not gas, it would probably be $1,200 electric. There are multiple heating and ventilation units. So 3 furnaces, 3 air conditioners. That's 6 units. Most houses just have 2. The majority of homes just have 2. So that is an expense that you have to account for, because you're going to be replacing those more often than not, and heaven forbid you had to do all 6 at the same time, which the odds are they wouldn't all break. But if you were doing one and they were all old, you may elect to just get a better deal and just say bite the bullet and do all 3. I mean, that could be like literally $25,000-$30,000 more if you went with like some of the really extreme, like high efficiency models. I seen a quote one time for 1 furnace and air conditioner unit for $25,000. That was a super high, like ultra efficient and like quiet. The top ratings of everything, like truly like the Lexus of furnaces. Yeah, I just I don't know. I just like living more simple. I really do. I mean, if somebody said I could trade my house for that house even and just move in, I wouldn't do it if I had to keep it. I just wouldn't. Now, like, I would do it and then sell it because it's worth more than my house. But if I had to keep it, if I had to live there, I wouldn't trade, because I wouldn't want to live there. In comparison to my house. Now, I could live there, don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't. I like the less responsibility. I'm looking for less to be responsible for, because I already have a large property to take care of just like mowing. Now that property is, some of that like wooded area was mowed. Now you wouldn't have to, but if you really do need to kind of keep it down just for like the sake of control. Otherwise it could get like where you couldn't even like walk through it. It could grow up so much. So you really do want to keep it back, and you would want to be able to have access to the creek, and so you have a lot of maintenance there. You have a lot of asphalt there, so there's a lot of upkeep there. There's an expense there. Asphalt has to be seal coated every 4 or 5 years, and over time it does break down. So eventually, when you had to do a driveway, I've had to do my driveway at my house. It's called capping, where they grind off one layer and then put a new, what they call a cap on it. And I got mine done in like 2017 or 2018, and it was like $9,000. And I know it's more expensive today because that was 7-8 years ago, and things have gotten more expensive. So that house has a lot more driveway than my house does. And it's just, overall, it's much larger. It's so large that I don't need all that space, all those bedrooms in the basement, and the like multiple different living areas. I don't need that. Secretly, I've never really said this in 5 years. I've never said this in any of my videos, but I would like to do a triathlon before I die, and my least capable of the 3 exercises you have to do during that is swimming. I can swim, and I'm okay, but I'm not great. I'm not worthy of competition. I would need instruction for what to do. But yeah, so that would be nice to have that. But you can get like a swim spa. That's something that I've thought about getting if I did want to like train to swim better, because I can run and I can ride a bike good, but swimming, yeah, I never really have like done it. Like, I've been in pools and like, but I've never like been competitive, like raced swimming, or really just swam extended distances, like back and forth just for the sake of exercise. I never chose swimming as exercise. Even when I had a pool, I didn't use it for exercise. I just played around in it, jumped in, cooled off, swam around a little bit underwater, and played with the dogs in it, but never got good at it. But I know I could do it, and that's probably something that I will do eventually. And because I feel like I'm in a lot better shape than most guys my age, that if, let's say for example, I'm 52, I'll be 53 this year. If I waited till I was 60 to do the triathlon, then I'm going to be competing against other 60-year-olds. Granted, I'm going to be competing against 60-year-olds that are capable of running triathlons or doing triathlons. But that's exciting to think about. I don't know, just kind of something I think I can do, like once I wind down my real estate career. There's another part of me that is really struggling with the decision to stop selling real estate, because I'm at a point now where I know I could really launch my real estate career. Like, I could take it to the next level easily. I'm there now, and I'm like at a fork in a road, like whether I do it simply because I can. And it's not about being selfish, because I think I would be like extremely generous with the additional money I could make. Where I think that's what I would do with the extra is aggressively help animals. But there's another part of me that thinks life is so short, and you know, I have enough to just be comfortable and live. Sorry, my dogs are dreaming. And just, you know, waking up and hanging out with my dogs and reading and doing my home chores and going to the grocery and cooking, cleaning, you know, being able to ride my bike, being able to train for a triathlon. You know, those things will not happen if I take my real estate career to the next level. So it's like I just don't do anything. I don't advertise. I don't, you know, I just wait for my phone to ring. If my phone rings, I work. If it doesn't, I don't. And that's where I feel like I'm kind of in limbo with my career. It's like I really need to either make a commitment to it or just go ahead and I could switch to what's called referral status. So if people called me, I have agents that I trust, and I would just say, no, I'm not doing a real estate anymore, but let me get you in contact with my partner, you know, and then I would still talk to them, you know, but I wouldn't be doing the work. I wouldn't be doing the home inspections and the madness that comes along with closing a deal. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm working on. Plus this, my ASMR channel now is most popular with real estate videos. So it's like, this is like another thing. It's not like I need this to be extremely popular, but it's like the real estate videos are my most popular. And so without you know, sure, I can go get showings for homes, but people are going to get tired of me like showing and never buying, you know. So it wouldn't work. If I stopped selling real estate, I wouldn't be making real estate videos. And so I don't know. I think so. That's why right now I'm just doing what I'm doing, and I'm okay with it. It's probably what I need to do is just keep doing what I'm doing, which is, you know, keeping it low key where I'm not super busy. I'm just moderately busy, and I still have a lot of free time. So I think that's what I'm going to do is just kind of keep doing what I'm doing, but I feel kind of guilty because I'm not giving my work my all, and I'm also not pursuing like true internal passions that I would be doing if I truly did not work at all. But then if I didn't work at all, I couldn't be So it's just like life is just all about choices. Now, obviously, if I'm not complaining, but I know a lot of people are struggling with decisions that are a lot more complex than mine. I've made my life to this point where now I'm like, do I make a lot of money or not? Not like, can I make a lot of money, but do I go ahead and do it? I don't have to wonder if I can do it or not. I know I can do it. Like, honestly, if I wanted to start flying private, I believe I could do that life if I wanted it. I don't want it, and I can't fly private. Well, I could waste a lot of money and do it, but I wouldn't be able to do it very long. And I certainly couldn't buy a private jet that would fly to Europe and back. So, but I know in my heart that if I set my mind to something, I can do it. I could. And, but I don't want that life. So my point is that that type of mindset is, I think, critical if you're going to accomplish your goals, whatever they are. If you want it, the number one thing that you can do to get it is believe you can do it. If you believe it, that's all it takes. But it's not all it takes. It takes a lot more action from that. But once you believe you can